Hey, hey. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Sounding good? Give me a hell yeah if you're with me if it sounds good. Uh-huh. Okay, gang, here we go. It's Friday. Can't see my puppy dogs. Good. Yeah. I can't handle it when it's not centered. We've talked about that before. Sounds good. Yeah. Megan just got back from a walk with her sweet puppy dog. I love that dog. I'm gonna abduct the dog. I love the dog. And now
Powered by the Zaniacs, this is the Eric Zane Show podcast.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hopefully it sounds okay for you. I would hate it to sound terrible. I've had some issues with sound recently. So, if it's jacked, just let me know. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show Patreon bonus podcast. It is free Patreon Friday. What this means is if you're new, you go to my Patreon site, you can get to it. Simple. If you don't know by now, you just have to go to the website and root around. You'll find it. Everything that's on there is free. I take it back. This is free. Okay? So you can enjoy this video podcast, and then you can download it if you want a little later on. All there for you. Welcome in. Man, am I pumped. I'm so excited that it's Friday. I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. O'Neill just made an appearance. Hey, buddy, how are you? Now, I want to get after this really quickly and nip this in the bud because Kenny from Nashville, and I'm not sure if he's even getting this podcast right now. I said to him when he visited last week for the big punking of me for the Beastie Boys stunt. I said, Kenny, I'm going to play some music for you on my Insane Asylum show that I record and post here on Patreon for Q100 in northern Michigan. Since it's free Patreon Friday, I'll make that free for you, okay? So you'll be able to hear that in its entirety. Everybody. But Kenny, I said, look, man, I want to play some music for you. He said, yeah, man, yeah, Alice in Chains. Yeah, that's my favorite band of all time, Alice in Chains, with Lane Staley. It can't be with any other band. And Lane Staley. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, man. I'm pretty much, they're like a cover band if the lead singer's not in it anymore, if he died, and he did. So then he sends me a couple of songs. And now I'm not one to just do sight unseen play it for you. The ultimate thing is I have to like it. You know where this is going, don't you, Kenny? He gave me the two worst Alice in Chains songs that have ever been performed. They were so bad that I wouldn't be surprised that Lane Staley making those two songs, I would actually kill them because they sounded like shit. Gosh darn it, Kenny. What is it with you? It's your favorite band, and you give me their two worst songs that they've ever made. What is it with your musical taste? It's horrendous, and it's shame on me because I've been down this road before. I know how terrible your music is. You listen, in some cases, to the right artists, like Alice in Chains, but the wrong songs. I think the one song was called Dead or Died. I'm not making it up. Of course, or Dying. Of course, yeah, it did. Kenny's going to want me to play that one. And the other one, I think it might have been called This Song Fucking Sucks, because it did. Holy shit. Now, I know he's not listening to this live, because if he were, I'd be getting sad face emojis and all sorts of... Maybe he is. I don't know. But, man, it was just brutal. So, in fact, the Insane Asylum, I can give you a quick synopsis of it. This is the Reader's Digest version of the Insane Asylum. See if you can pick out any of the songs.
The Insane Asylum with Eric Zane.
There you go. That's the Insane Asylum. Okay. Brett made me some suggestions too. I can't guarantee that I'm going to play them. I haven't yet checked yours out yet, Brett, but I think I remember reading about them. You had some good a good Pink Floyd song that I was interested in. Brett has an exquisite taste in music, and I think there's a pretty good chance I might play some of Brett's music. But Kenny, fuck, man, what the fuck is going on in your brain? Jesus. Oh, it's so terrible. Thank God you aren't running a radio station. Everybody would commit suicide who's listening. It's such a shit show. Seriously, it's so bad. Man. Heard from Stu McAllister yesterday. He's a bit in the dumps. He once again has been banned from Facebook. What? Yeah, this has been a regular thing. It turns out that somebody doesn't like Stu. This is his theory, and he doesn't know if he's right. That somebody is not a fan of Stu and decided to report like everything he was posting. Now, this is tricky because this could happen to anyone. Well, Facebook, even though Stu's a comedian and he's making jokes, Facebook did not like what he was doing, and he got into some trouble, and they were slowly but surely squeezing on him. So he got hold on, timeout. Kenny is just tuning in right now. Kenny is just getting in here. Kenny, we were just talking about the awesome songs that you suggested. Those Alice in Chains songs are great. Man, everybody was just, I was playing it, and then the neighbors started gathering around and how great those songs were. And I tell you what, I played them both. They were just awesome. I can't do it with a straight face, man. I just can't do it. They were the worst songs that Alice in Chains has ever made, you fucker. The fuck is wrong with you? Jesus. You'll have to back up. No, don't come on, man, me. What do you mean? You need to go back when we're done with this and listen to what I said, because it was great. It was a hell of a rant. He says, you take that back right now. No way. Those songs were the worst, Kenny. I listened to them in their entirety. It was two shitbag songs. I even made this, I threw the idea out there that Lane Staley killed himself after he made those because they were so bad, you butt fuck. Shit. Oh, so bad. He says, that's it, I'm out. Come on. What a snowflake. Quit being a pussy, Kenny. Jesus. Anyway, Stu got banned from Facebook again. And so then this happened more than once. So he's getting bugged by that, and he thinks somebody keeps turning him in, but he's not sure. So he started this stupid thing where he's posting just pictures of toilets in public restrooms, which whatever, Stu. And he's doing that shit, and then we put the toilet on his front lawn last week. That was funny. Well, apparently he put another toilet up there, and someone said, "Why are women's bathrooms dirtier than men's bathrooms?" And I think Stu wrote something to the effect of, because women are dirty, filthy pigs. Clearly a joke. Well, he got banned again for that. 30 days. They gave him 30 days banning. You know why? Because they've probably hired someone to just watch him alone. So there's probably some nerd who sits there and watches Stu's account for shit to go down. And so they're letting him have it. And I said to him, I go, Stu, I do worse on my podcast. And that's spoken word. I put that on Facebook Live videos. I mean, I hope nobody gets in the notion to throw me under the bus or I'm sunk. Please don't do that. Kenny's probably going to do it right now because I attacked his terrible songs that he suggested. God, were they bad. So bad. Brian sent this along. And again, you can always send me links to stories. Again, I might not always use them. Don't be discouraged. Just keep sending them. You're all helping me. You're providing me with great content. I have more than I can handle right now. Kenny's still with us. Don't cut us off. You gotta pay attention to the whole podcast, Kenny. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll go this far for you. I won't say what I said before, but I'm just saying that I will only go so far as to say that they are the two worst songs that Alice in Chains has ever made. There. That's a compromise. He's sending me everything in all caps, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This is some, what do you call it? Celestial excitement for you. And it's more about the size of where we live, this universe. That's really going to fry your brain here. Prepare to get your brain fried. But before I do that, some other celestial excitement. They are making a big deal on all the news outlets about at the International Space Station. There, for the first time ever, there are two women that are doing repairs on the outside of the space station. It's an all-women crew. Two ladies go out there. They put the packs on. Psh, psh, psh. Little bursts of air propels them through as they orbit the Earth. Fix the shit. Go back inside. Easy. They're making a huge deal. Groundbreaking. The first time ever. We stand in awe. Women are repairing the space station. And I'm not going to go down the low-hanging fruit road of just making jokes about women and, they're bad at this or they're bad at that. This is actually no attempt at humor whatsoever. Can we not get to a point at some point where it's not a big deal that women do shit? You know what I mean? Are we still that amazed that women can do things? It's almost when they make a big deal about it, it seems more insulting to me that they're like, look what the girls can do. It's like, look, we're way beyond that. Women are just as capable human beings as men. Now, if you had two dogs outside of the space station repairing the space station, I would find that to be a story. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two dogs in spacesuits that are repairing the space station. This is monumental. I would say, fuck yes, it is. Who gives a fuck that a woman can do this? Of course she can. We're identical, except for they can make babies and run businesses, and guys can't. I'm pandering there because I'm talking to business owners, Megan and her mother. But no, I stand by that. Who gives a fuck that a woman can do shit? This is not a news story when women can. Come on! We need to get past the girls can do it too bullshit because, of course, they can. Why are you making that a big deal? You know what I mean? All right. Back to the celestial excitement. Where we are right now, planet Earth, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Earth, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, all the entities around the sun, that is a solar system. You probably know that. There are solar systems throughout the Milky Way galaxy. There's also stars with no planets around it to make up a solar system. But in order to have a solar system, you need to have more than one planet around the star. Okay? And scientists have just discovered the closest solar system to our planet. Our solar system. And this is more interesting because of the grand size of the universe. They make a big deal about how close it is, in air quotes. But I'm making a big deal about this because, holy shit, I cannot believe how vast it is of a place that we live in, that is this universe, the known universe that we are aware of. So that's where the celestial excitement, keep me awake at night when I wonder about things moment takes place. I'm not going to bore you with what they call it, but I will tell you that you got one star. It's a red dwarf star, not as hot as ours, but still, if you're close to it, it's going to be hot as hell, with one rocky planet going around it. The rocky planet, it only takes like 2 weeks for 1 year to happen because they're that close to this red dwarf star, which makes it super hot. It's like 550 degrees on the surface of this planet. The planet is 3 times the size of the Earth. All right, that's all I know about that. The other planet is way the fuck out. It's a gas planet, similar to like Saturn, okay? And it takes 20 of our Earth years to go around that sun. That's it. 2 planets. How close is this? Okay, if they're making a big deal about it, closest solar system ever. Found. Big news. Celestial excitement. The closest solar system to Earth is a mere 11 light years away. Even that sounds daunting. And if you don't know, a light year means you would have to travel at the speed of light for 1 year to cover that distance. 1 light year is 5.88, not million, not billion. Yeah, the T word, trillion. One light year is 5.88 trillion miles away. One. 11 light years away is what this is. 23.52 trillion miles away. The closest. Okay. That's in our galaxy. So you had to have to travel 23.52 trillion miles to get the closest solar system to where we are. Our galaxy has billions of solar systems further away. One galaxy. After that, there are billions more galaxies outside of ours with billions more solar systems. Okay. And all you assholes on YouTube who I'm going to drive to wherever you are and punch your faces, Kenny, table is turned, and making fun of me because I'm so amazed by this, I'm going to break your nose. Maybe not Megan. She'd probably beat my ass. Damn it. How do you not find this to be so incredible? What is wrong with you people? This is true celestial excitement. Man, come on. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Brian loves this stuff. He's the one who sent it to me, I think. All right. I'm going to post a video in the comments section of this podcast. So at the bottom where I say, hey, I talk about this, and then it's highlighted, you click on it, and it takes you right to my website, all right? And you will see a video that you've got to see. The world-famous Lady Gaga was performing. And she sees like some young dude in the front row. And the dude is like 6'6", probably like 195, dressed awesome, sweet hair, ripped. And she's like, oh, ooh, come on up and dance. It's like Diana whenever Dale shows up here at my house to power wash shit. Ooh, ooh, bad boy. Ooh, tattoos. Hubba, hubba. That's what Lady Gaga is doing to this guy. And she invites dude up. And so he comes up there, and they start, like, dancing. Thank God somebody started to roll a cell phone video, because she then, full frontal, jumps up and straddles him. So you ever seen those pornos where people pork when they're standing up? It's like that. And so he's super strong, and he's bouncing her off of his junk and kind of thrusting his hips, simulating sex, and she's getting hammered by this guy. I mean, there's no doubt she and him are feeling it in this quick grind session. This is the thing. Usually then the next step is rip off your clothes and pork, but they can't do that. Well, this guy's standing there, and he's actually going, and then the funniest fucking thing happened. And you'll be able to see this. He takes one step to his right, and where there was stage, there is no more stage. His leg clips the side of it. The ankle breaks in half, like completely is destroyed. His leg is like falling off. And then he falls holding on to her, and they both smash on the ground like you wouldn't believe. They like vanished. It was incredible. Oh, they're both dead. They have to be. There's no way they're both alive. It was insanely awesome. And I cannot wait to get done with this. What you need to do then, because if you're watching this right now, you can't see it. Don't look at it if you know where it is. When I post the audio of this, quickly go down to the comments where I write Lady Gaga, click on that shit. It'll take you to my website, and you'll be able to see her completely fall. Oh, there's no way she has cognitive ability, because she probably smashed her head, but I guess she died happy, you know. I can't believe it. Lady Gaga and that guy are dead. I can't believe we haven't heard more people talk about it yet. Oh, that was just incredible. Wow. I can't believe more people aren't talking about it. I saw it on CBS this morning. It's like, holy shit. Damn it. I'll also post a link to this story, and this is just crazy to me. And whenever I read stories about what I'm about to tell you, it makes me quite sad. But at the same time, it's wondrous in its scope. And here's what I'm talking about. You got a lady, don't know her age. The cops had to intervene. She was living in her van in San Diego. And the old living in a van down by the river. In this case, van in the ocean, by the ocean. And she had some of her pets with her. And I'll get to what the pets are in a minute. And she only started with 2 pets, though. Okay? And then in the period of several months, all of a sudden she has 300 pets. She did not go and buy more pets. The miracle of life occurred inside of the van, and there were a few more pets. Everything I've said is true. I'm deliberately waiting on some of the details to build up the tension and the mystery and the intrigue. Police determined she's not a hoarder. No doubt there might be something going on upstairs. You find that a lot with people that are homeless. It might be schizophrenic, whatnot, so that's not funny. But the Humane Society had to be called in to help with 302 rats. Yep. San Diego Union Tribune says the Humane Society went there about a week ago. The rats So started as 2, and they started to mate. A lot. Rats had clawed into the upholstery, burrowed into the seats, gnawed the engine wiring. Might have to take her car over to Irvine's Auto Repair for a little tune-up, perhaps. Make Bruce work on this one. The captain of the police force says the woman, she's not hoarding. She's just started with 2, and they just kept producing. Apparently, rats can give birth every 4 weeks and produce a dozen in a litter. Cook says that the woman acknowledged things had gotten out of control. Authorities collected, I said 302, I was wrong, 320 rats. And it says, wait a minute, and currently 100 are ready for adoption. That's a thing? Come to the shelter and adopt a rat? I didn't realize people, I guess I did know that people do have rats as pets, but, oh boy, I think I'd rather have a snake. I personally don't believe that they did rescue them. In my mind's eye, they just basically said that and just got the woman out of there, and then they burned the car. To me, that would be acceptable. Rats carry disease, for crying out loud. I know something about the rat. It's the long face. It's the tail. I don't find them to be cute. And if there is any one side of them that I do find cute, it's easy. I'm just like, boy, I can't do it. Mice and rats, no way, man. Set up the traps. I'm out. All right, I got a frustrated listener in Nashville, Tennessee. His name is Kenny. Damn it, man. You were so close. You were so close to getting that music played, but yet so far because it just wasn't any good. Damn it. This is even better than the songs you suggested. Oh, God. You know what I'll do? In the comments of this podcast, I will put a link to the songs that Kenny posted so that you can hear the 2 worst Alice in Chains songs ever written. You know it. All right, folks, I'm going to go see Joker tonight. I love you all. Thank you so much for following the podcast. If you're new to the YouTube or the Patreon, sign up, man. You miss this shit, and you're out of luck. I go for 90 minutes every day. Even more sometimes. All right, folks, talk to you down the road. Thank you. God bless. Kenny, those songs suck.